You are welcome. This is the Messiah Revelation channel. We are a prophetic end time ministry. Today we are focusing on an end time event, and that is an event involving invasion of Israel in the end times by the Ezekiel powers. They will invade Israel, and that prophecy is in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and chapter 39. At the time of making this video, we see a war involving America and Israel fighting Iran. And so the purpose of this video is to look at this war and the lessons that we get for the future Ezekiel war. The war of February 28, 2026 involves Israel and Iran. And the Ezekiel war that will come in the future also will involve Israel and Iran. Iran is among the coalition of nations that will invade Israel in the end times. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5 talks about Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. There are three nations that are mentioned, and the nations are still existent. Persia is Iran, and Ethiopia is still in existence, and Libya is also in existence at this time. But there are other coalition members that are identified in the book of Ezekiel chapter 38. And they will invade Israel in the end times. And as we looking at the war currently going on, the February 26th war, what lessons do we get regarding how the Ezekiel war will go in the future? And people ask questions, and the question is related to United States and Israel. As the prophet Ezekiel identifies the Ezekiel power that would invade Israel in the end times, we don't see America mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38 or Ezekiel chapter 39. When the Ezekiel war comes, will America be around? When the Ezekiel war comes, will America defend Israel? Assuming America as a nation will be around at the time of the Ezekiel war, prophesied in chapter 38 and 39 of the book of Ezekiel. There are three scenarios for America and the future Ezekiel war. One, America would have been destroyed by that time, and that's why you don't see America mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38 and 39. And that's the first possible scenario. And the second possible scenario is that America will be in existence at that time, but America cannot do anything to help Israel because at that time, America would have been neutralized by other powers, particularly the Ezekiel powers. That's the second scenario. If America is neutralized, there's little America can do to help Israel at that time. And the last scenario for America and Israel is likely going to be a situation where America will have been in existence and not neutralized, but America decides to help Israel. a scenario where America will be in existence, but America nonetheless will decide not to come to the aid of Israel. So these are the three possible scenarios for America and Israel during the Ezekiel war that is in the future. If you analyze the three scenarios, the first scenario, America will have been destroyed. Is it likely that America will be destroyed before the Ezekiel war? As we ponder about that, I refer you to the prophecy given by Dimitri Duduman, and I believe a Romanian pastor who prophesied that it was revealed to him that in the end times, America will be invaded by Russia and China. And that prophecy is supported by other prophecies, one of them by William Branham, an American evangelist who passed away. He also talked about a future destruction of United States. And so if those two prophecies are true, if they actually are authentic, then that will explain why America will not, it's not mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38 and 39, and that will explain why America will not be helping Israel when the Ezekiel powers invade Israel in the future. The second scenario, as I said, is a situation where America is neutralized. America is still in existence, but it cannot help Israel when the Ezekiel powers decide to invade Israel. Why? Because America has been neutralized by other powers. That scenario is very possible. At the time of the American-Israeli war of Iran, we see the neutralization of America. There are several facts that are coming out of the Israel-American war against Iran. Number one, Israel is almost defenseless because the Patriot missiles are not working. The Tired system is not working. And the Iron Dome and David String, they all have problems. And we see Iranian missiles penetrating Israeli skies and hitting strategic places, including Israel's nuclear facility in Dimona. If there's any place that will be heavily protected in Israel, it will be Israel's nuclear facility in Dimona. But Iranian missiles have hit that facility, exposing the defenselessness of Israel. And it's happening when America is around, and America claims to be the most strongest superpower in the world at this time. And so the current situation of Israel being defenseless in the midst of American armada of ships and offensive and defensive maneuvers, activities, and systems around in the Persian Gulf, it shows that it's true that it's possible that in the Ezekiel war, even if America is around, America will not be able to defend Israel at that time because America will have been neutralized in the same way that America is neutralized by Iran during the American-Israeli war of Iran. It also actually supports the prophecy in Ezekiel that during the Ezekiel war, It supports the prophecy in Ezekiel 38 that during the Ezekiel war, um, Israel will be defenseless. Israel will not be able to defend herself, and it is God that will defend Israel. And of course, now Israel cannot be defended by America. Israel cannot be defended by any other nation. NATO powers are not going to the side of America in this war, and the Gulf nations are also defenseless in the midst of Israeli missiles hitting Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, and other places. So in the Ezekiel war, America may be in existence, but America will not be of any help to Israel because America will have been neutralized. And we see the neutralization of America by Iran. Iran has put up some shows spectacular performance in the war, much to the surprise of military analysts, shooting down American planes and forcing USS Abraham Lincoln and Gerald Ford to move away, fleeing or strategically repositioning themselves in the midst of unpredictable Iranian missile capabilities. America would have declined at the time of the Ezekiel war. And now we see America in decline. Moral decline is there, economic decline is there. And you can also see military decline in the sense that if peripheral nations are able to challenge America's military capabilities, as it is happening with Iran and America in this war, you can see that either America is declining or other powers are rising up. And with regard to the experience in Israel, we can say that America has declined in such a way that it is not able to project power in the Gulf. Iran is projecting power capabilities, much to the surprise of America and the rest of the world. And you can see either America is declining or Iran is rising up. And Iran is an Ezekiel power, Persia, mentioned in Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5. If America is not able to defend Israel, as we have seen in the present confrontation, what is the implication for Ezekiel prophecy? The implication for Ezekiel prophecy is that during the Ezekiel war, it wouldn't matter whether America is in existence or America is not in existence, because America will not be the nation that will defend Israel during the Ezekiel war. The Lord has made it clear that during the Ezekiel war, he will show his sovereignty, and the Lord will not give his glory to any other nation. The Lord will not give his glory to America. The Lord will not give his glory to NATO powers. And the Lord will not give his glory to Patriot missiles, tired missiles, the David string, and the Iron Dome that is not working at this time. And here we read Ezekiel 39, verse 7 into the record. The Lord is saying, "So I will make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name any more, and the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, the Holy of Israel." The Lord is going to use the Ezekiel war to show his sovereignty, and Israel will not be able to defend herself, and no other nation will be able to defend Israel. It's the Lord who is going to defend Israel during the Ezekiel war. The Lord himself will descend. And if there's any lesson we can draw from the current war, the lesson is that Israel cannot defend herself from Iranian missiles, because the missiles are penetrating and it's hitting Tel Aviv, it's hitting Jerusalem and other places. Economic infrastructure are being hit, and the supporter in chief, America, is also being hit. Her bases are hit in the Gulf nations, and American assets are in the crosshair of Iranian missiles. And so Israel cannot defend on American military hegemony. Israel cannot defend on her supremacy in the air or on the ground or in the sea. And the battle records are showing that. And the battle records will also show the same during the Ezekiel war. Israel will not be able to defend herself, and no alliance of nations will be able to defend Israel during the Ezekiel war, because Ezekiel chapter 39 verse 7 saying that the Lord will show himself. He will not let anybody pollute his name. The God of Israel is a defender of Israel. And we saw in the book of Joshua how the angel of the Lord came to the help of Joshua when they were about to enter into Canaan. The Lord of Israel, the Holy One of Israel, he's a defender of Israel, and he will not give his glory to America. He will not give his glory to any alliance. He will not give his glory to the Patriot missiles, the Arrow, the Iron Dome, and David's strength. He will not give his glory to technological innovation. And the Lord has his own weapons, and he used the weapons in Sodom and Gomorrah. He used the weapons in the Red Sea when the pharaohs were chasing his people during the first exodus from Egypt. The Lord has his way of engaging in his battle, and it is not based upon Tomahawk cruise missiles and Minuteman III and the Iron Dome that are not working at this time. We have to also ask a question, and the question is very, very important. And when Ezekiel, the prophet, talks about invasion of Israel in the last days, who will be in Jerusalem at that time? And the Bible says that Jerusalem will be trodden down of Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles are up. It is in Luke 21, verse 24. At the time of American-Israeli war with Iran, Jerusalem is occupied by Gentiles. The Iranians are using terms like the occupiers and the Zionist entity. The reality is that Jerusalem will be trodden down of Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are up. And the prophet Isaiah says in Isaiah 11, verse 11 and 12, that the Messiah Jesus Christ will be the one that will gather the outcasts of Israel and the dispersed of Judah from all the four corners of the earth. And I believe that the current war between US and Israel against Iran is part of Bible prophecy in Luke 21, verse 24. The Lord is using this war to expose those who claim that they are the chosen of God, but they are not, and they may not be the chosen of God. The prophecy is very clear that the chosen of God are scattered over and will be gathered by the Messiah himself during and the last days, as I said in Isaiah 11, verse 11, Isaiah 11, verse 12. America will not be the nation that will defend Israel during the Ezekiel war, because America herself will have been destroyed based upon the prophecies regarding the future of America. As I said, the prophecy by William Graham and Dimitri Duduman. We are living in a world of multipolarity. Long has gone the days of America's unipolarity. China, Russia, and Iran, they are challenging the hegemony of America. North Korea is part of it. And we are living in a world of multipolarity, and you can see we are in the era of Pax Americana, and nations will rise and they will fall. Daniel 2, verse 44 is our reference. The Suez Canal crisis in 1956 led to the fall of the British Empire, and symbolically, the crisis in the Strait of Hormuz is a precursor to the fall of America and the fall of American empire. And the signs are there. Many techie signs are on the wall, and that America's hegemony actually is over. At least if you can reduce from what is happening in the Strait of Hormuz. And so in conclusion, I would say that the current war between America and Israel, against Israel, um, the war between America and Israel against Iran, it gives us some scenario about the future war between Ezekiel powers and Israel. If Israel is not able to defeat Iran, even with Americans' help in this war, how can Israel defeat the Ezekiel powers that will be more than Iran? It is not Persia alone that is coming. Persia will be coming with Ethiopia, Libya, and Egypt, and also other powers identified in Ezekiel chapter 38. And so it is true that the Ezekiel war will come, but it will not be America that will defend Israel. It will be God himself that will defend Israel. Jeremiah 17 verse 5 says that cursed is the man who puts his trust on a mortal man. It is not the president of America or the prime minister of Israel that will be able to defend Israel during the Ezekiel war. It is God Almighty himself who do the battle. And the Ezekiel war will come. And at that time, the dynamics will change. And the Lord will know who the chosen of God are, because the Lord will defend the chosen of God who will be in Jerusalem at the time of the Ezekiel war. Meanwhile, Jerusalem will be trodden down of Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles are up, as foretold by the Messiah himself in Luke 21, verse 24. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this video. We are Messiah Revelation Ministry. Thank you very much.